Hello, everybody. Give me one moment here to make sure we are good on Facebook. Hello, Zoom. How you guys like my new background?
It's beautiful. I like it. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining me. I see we have quite a few people watching on Facebook as well. We're going to get right into it. I wanted to do this Zoom today because we had a lot of people that were interested in seeing the opportunity. Many of those individuals work third shift and can't make it to a meeting and so on. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and put this together in the middle of the day. You can catch it during your lunch. And at the end, I'll kind of hang around and see if you guys have any questions for me. I'm not on the webinar side of Zoom, so please keep your videos off as well as your lines on mute so that we don't have any distractions. I'm going to check one last time just to make sure that everybody is on mute. And we are good. Everyone, my name is Tajuana Huston. I am a Ruby ambassador with ibüümerang. I have been in this industry, this wonderful industry called network marketing for the past 6 years. Absolutely love it. My husband and I decided to become a part of this industry, mainly because of the taxes. We desperately needed a tax break, and no matter how hard we worked, I don't care if we let them take the most out of our income, we were still owing the IRS every single year. So after we did a little research online and we learned that having a home-based business was one of the top tax strategies in the world, we said, okay, let's do it. The only question was, what type of industry did we want to get involved in? We chose travel because travel is something that we didn't get to do in our childhood. I grew up in Washington, D.C. My mother's job relocated to Atlanta, so that's how I ended up here. And the only traveling that we did was from DC to Atlanta and visiting my grandmother in Virginia. My husband is a countryman. He grew up in the South. They never traveled either, unless it was maybe Jacksonville or, you know, a little trip to Florida. But we never got to see the world. So we wanted to make sure that our children didn't, you know, go down that same path. So we chose to get involved in the travel industry, mainly because when you're in that space, it's called research and development. It's our job to travel. So guess who's got to give us that money back? Uncle Sam. So fast forward about a good 18 months after we got involved in the industry, we decided to give it our all, went 18 months straight, and we were able to actually retire from corporate. Now, my husband still works a full-time job, but I personally am home full-time. When I tell you guys, I'm not going to say money isn't everything. Money is everything. It ranks up there with oxygen. But what I didn't have in that corporate space, even with being a high six-figure earner, is I didn't have my time. This industry, you guys, gave me my time back. I've been able to rekindle my romance, spend more time with my friends and my family. But you're not on here to hear about me. I just want to share a little bit about how I get started, because maybe someone's on here that can relate. I see we have a lot of people joining us, and I'm bringing you guys in as I see your names pop up. But let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so for those of you that are joining us, please keep your videos off and your audio off for me. And let me go ahead and share my slides, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All righty. Now, for those of you that are watching on Facebook, I'm not gonna forget about you guys. If you wanna jump on Zoom, just go to boomonline.com. The link is in the post on Facebook, and you can actually comment here because I won't be going back and forth. All righty, so ibüümerang. Let's talk about the name of this company. Now, ibüümerang, the reason why I fell in love with the philosophy, the values, and everything that this company brings to the table is the name in itself. I'm a person that's always been a giver. I believe you give, you shall receive. I never expect anything back in return. And when you think about a boomerang, what comes to mind? A boomerang is something that you throw out, and if you throw it the right way, it's going to come back to you. So that's exactly what happens here. If you throw it out, it's going to come back to you in the form of cash. Okay, now let's go over this disclaimer. This disclaimer states basically you get what you put in. If you're willing to do what's required, then you're going to get paid. Now, if you come into this business and you do nothing, then guess what? You get nothing. It's no different than your job. If you go to work and you don't do your job, guess what? You're going to end up losing that job and you won't get paid. Same thing here. Do what's required and you will win. Now it's time for network marketing to evolve. For those of you who are watching on Facebook as well as on Zoom, I want you to comment for me. How long have you been in the network marketing industry? Are you brand new to network marketing? Because this industry has been around for 60 plus years. This industry is responsible for creating, you guys, so many millionaires. It's impossible to really create wealth without a network. You'll hear a lot of people talk about your net worth. Your network will determine your net worth. So for the past 60 years, it's been the same old, but we're going to talk about how we're going to change it a little bit. So with the old customer model, customers always paid more. Let me give you an example. This cell phone here. So let's say I was able to purchase this cell phone wholesale for about $200. And my network marketing company was about selling cell phones. Now, in order for me to make a profit, in order for me to pay distributors, in order for me to pay commission, in order for me to pay everything and actually make an income so the company can survive, then I would have to mark up the cost of this device. And that's what happens in network marketing. They have to mark up the cost about 10 times in order to make a profit. But a company by the name of Amazon came around and pretty much they were able to undercut all of these network marketing companies. So you'll notice a lot of companies started dropping their prices. A lot of them started going out of business because people now, all they have to do is Google. And I don't care how good of a friend you are to someone. If you can get this cell phone for $300 on Amazon versus $600 through a network marketing company, then what are you going to do? You are loyal to the price, not your friend. But Holton Buggs, who is the CEO of our company, let me explain to you what he said we're going to do. We're going to create a first-class consumer experience, and we're going to implement something that's called a perpetual residual income builder. It's called the PRIB. This is something that has never been done before. Now, I love to take time to explain what this PRIB is because I want to make sure it doesn't go over your head. Now, ibüümerang is a technology company. You're going to hear us talk about travel a lot, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that we're a technology company, not a travel company. So when you think about the PRIB, I want you to think about Alexa for Amazon or Siri for Apple. This is PRIB basically for network marketing. So how does that help you? The PRIB is going to do what you don't want to do. In network marketing, we know that most people don't like sales. And then those that may kind of like it, they aren't that good at it. So what the PRIB is going to do is simply you're going to go out there, you're going to build up this huge customer base by giving away something for free, but you're going to have a virtual assistant behind the scene that's going to be paying attention to the buying habits of your customers and introducing them to different products and services that's going to help grow your residual check. So I want you to imagine giving away something for free. And by doing so, you're building up a database of customers and you have someone on the side, a virtual assistant, that's contacting those customers, selling them different things that they want to buy. And by default, you are growing your residual check. Welcome everybody that has jumped on. Now with this new model, you guys, we're going to make money only when your customers save money. I want you to type that in the comments. I make money when others save money. That's never been done before in network marketing, you guys. I talked about it a little earlier. Normally your customers have to pay a lot more for a product, but not here. You're going to get paid when they save. Now, how are we going to bring this vision? It's all going to start with travel. Travel is an $8 trillion industry. Here's some examples here. In Asia, over $70,000 a second is generated. In Europe, over $55,000 a second. You guys look at the US, over $32,000 a second. What I love about us starting with travel and leading with travel is that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. People are going to travel whether you choose to put your wallet in the way or not. They're going to travel. We're not saying make this a $9 trillion industry. We're just telling you to recycle the money. Instead of them booking on traditional sites, they're going to book through you, and you're going to be able to offer them a price that they cannot get outside of you. Now, there are only two companies that monopolize the entire travel industry. It's Booking Holdings and Expedia. If you're familiar with the travel industry, you know that Booking Holdings bought out Priceline. But let me tell you how they try to kind of play a little game online. You're familiar with these companies that you see here. Everyone knows Travelocity, Hotwire, Hotels.com, Priceline, Booking.com, rental cars. You know all those companies. What most of you don't know is that it's owned by these two giants. So when you're online searching for 30, 40 different companies trying to save $5 or $10, you're really just booking with the same ones. They do that because people love options. That's basically what it is. They know you love options. They know you want to save $1. So how do they trick you? They buy a whole bunch of domain names that all route right back to them. This is called price parity and markup. You'll notice that their prices are only going to fluctuate between $5 to $10. You're never going to notice a huge difference. But what we've done is we've passed the savings on to you by partnering with the #1 travel agency out there by the name of Extreme Travel. They've been around for over 20 plus years. They have so many awards, you guys. They are a top award-winning company. For example, Funjet, Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean, Delta Vacation, all these companies out there have given Extreme Travel an award. So it only made sense for iboomerang to partner with the best. So let's talk about what you get as an insider. Now, what we're going to talk about now is, as you being a business partner, this is one of the benefits that you'll receive. You'll have access to wholesale travel. Now, when you book your own travel, you're able to get up to 70% off of retail. So this is what the technology does. It goes online, it searches all the public channels, it comes back with the lowest price, and then takes an additional up to 70% off. I don't want to drop any names, but there's a company out there right now that is selling this platform for $10,000 to $15,000. But as an insider, you're getting it for pennies on the dollars. But guess what? Your customer is getting it for free. You're able to earn travel bonuses. You're going to enjoy highly discounted and exclusive experiences. You also have an optional travel agent opportunity. But what I love most, you guys, is that you have access to over $8 trillion of travel inventory at your fingertips. That was huge for me. I'm one of those people that just like to, I'm just really random. One day I may want to be in Florida. Then I may go visit my grandmother in Virginia. I want to be able to work no matter where I am. That's why I love the travel space. And I love the fact that I didn't have to get all these insurance or licenses, or I didn't have to buy a boat or buy an airplane. No, everything is on my cell phone. I can work my business 100% from my phone. So let me give you an example of your benefits. So let's say you want to go to New York, a 4.5-star property, $339 total, but that's on Expedia. On your platform as an insider, you would get it for $178. That's a total savings of $161 per night. So let's say you want to go to France, 4-star property, Travelocity, that's $440. On iGo, it's $130. That's a savings of $310 per night. I hope you guys are paying attention. This is per night. You're not going to Paris for one night. You're going for at least 4 to 5 on the low end. So that's about what, a $1,200 to $1,500 savings there. That's somebody's mortgage, you guys. Savings is the new earnings. This is the same room, the same hotel, the same dates, you guys. It's apples to apples. The only difference is we eliminated the middleman. For those of you watching on Facebook as well as those on Zoom, I want you to type that in the comments. Eliminate the middleman. New York City, rental car company. Now, my mom is from New York. I don't know why anyone would want to rent a car in New York. My mother didn't get her license until she was in her late 30s, almost 40 years old, when we were here in Georgia, because she didn't need to drive there. But if you're one of those individuals that want to drive in New York, you can get a rental car for $392 on rentalcars.com for the entire week. But if you decide to put your business hat on and become an insider, you can get that for $221 and save $171. Now check out Punta Cana. This is a 4-star resort. On hotels.com, you guys, this is actually a really good price. It was an entire week on hotels.com for $1,215. That's a great deal in my opinion for 7 nights. But when you know better, you do better. Look it up in your platform. And what are we doing? We're eliminating the middleman. And we get it for $712 for the week. That's a $503 savings. What can you buy with that? Because this doesn't include your flight, right? So now you have that extra money to go towards your flight. Again, same car, same rental car, same rooms, same resort. Now here's some examples of reservation confirmations. When you or your customers book, this is what your reservation will look like. It's going to show you the total amount of your reservation, which is the price that would be, you know, pretty much online plus your savings. So in this first example here, you see that it's $397 is what this customer paid. They saved $848. So they want you to see how much you saved, because if you wasn't an insider, or if you didn't give this to your customer, they would have went online and paid a lot more. So they're going to show you the public price. You also get rewards credits that you can use to further reduce your future travel. So in this example, you save $850. So for those of you that are watching, and you're watching because you want to make money, I'm going to jump the gun for a moment. I'm going to give you an idea of how you would get paid on this slide. So let's say you're in the business right now. Your customers booked. Your customers saved $850. Guess what? You just made $425. And we're going to talk about that a little later, but you earned 50% of what your customers saved. This next example, your customers saved $532. That's about what, $270 that you earned there. This next example, your customers saved basically $1,000. That's $500 in your pocket. In this last example, your customers saved roughly $1,600. You guys, that's $800 that would have been in your pocket. And we're going to talk about that in detail a little later. All right, so let's explore all the benefits. When you have access to iGo, it's the same thing that you have access to online. So a lot of people ask, okay, so I get this type of savings. What can't I do here? What won't I have access to? You have access to everything: hotels, rental cars, cruises, flights, you guys, luxury homes, weeks, marketplace, timeshares. For those of you that are watching, I know you probably don't want to admit it, but some of you may have timeshares. And I know so many people are so frustrated because they can't get rid of them. But let me tell you what you can do. You can upload your weeks into iGo, and that's a way for you to generate income. So what iGo is going to do is it's going to ask you the name of your property, the week that you would like to sell, and it's going to go out there and tell you what the market value is for that week. It's going to come back with a price. They're going to keep 10%, and then they're going to give you the rest. That is amazing. They're not keeping 50, 60, 70%. They're only keeping 10%. So you can get that in the form of cash, or you can get that, or you can change a week with someone else that may have a property that you don't have access to. You also have shore excursions, wine clubs, theme parks, gift cards. My husband and I love the gift cards. That's what we use our points for. So we do date night every single week. And what we do is we just go in our back office and we use our points to buy our gift cards. And we use that to go ahead and enjoy ourselves. You have worldwide tours, you name it. What I love most about this is the price match guarantee. So you can shop with confidence. For any reason you find anything online for less, excluding flights, they will match it 110%. All righty, so do you boomerang? Yes, absolutely, you guys. So many individuals have already partnered with our company, over 40,000 active distributors since March. We also have over 400,000 customers since March, you guys. One thing I didn't share with you is that we are celebrating our year in March. This is a new technology. This is something that never has been done before. I've been in this travel industry for many years. And as a traditional travel agency, it required a lot of my time. I had to contact vendors. I had to put my customers on payment plans. I had to deal with their family. If they missed their flights, guess who they were calling? They were calling me. If they were mad at the resort, guess who they were calling? They were calling me. What I love about our boomerang and how we're able to generate income on savings is flat out amazing. By simply giving away something for free, they book everything themselves, and you wait on the 50% to come back to you. So that's why we have over 40,000 active distributors and over 400,000 customers in such a short period of time. Now, when you say yes to our boomerang, you're able to share 50% of your savings with friends and families. Your customers are going to enjoy 50% of available savings, but the other 50% is coming back to you in the form of cash. Now, here's an example. Everybody watching, I'm going to assume that you have your business hat on. So I want you to type TSA in the comments. Facebook, Zoom, type TSA in the comments. Now, if you're a TSA and you decide to go to Mexico, you look up this trip here on your left inside of your iGo platform. You notice that it's $4,867 online for two people, public price. But you as an insider, as you can see in the screenshot, you're saving 70%. So your total with tax is $1,467. You saved $3,339. Now I'm gonna take my time on this slide because I need to make sure that this registers for you guys. I don't want you guys to miss out on a good thing. Public price, over $4,800. You save practically $3,400, and your total with tax is only $1,467. Now, guess what you're going to do? You're going to tell your friend about it. But again, you got your business hat on, right? We're not giving away anything for free. You're in this business to make money. So you're going to send your friend something that's called a boomerang. A boomerang is simply a 6-digit code that you share with them so they can become a member, right? So it's important for them to become a member. So when they activate their website, they do that one time and they'll have access to up to 35% off for life. So they're only using that code once to become a member. So they look up this same exact trip. They see the same exact public price, but they only see half the savings. So your customers save $1,700 instead of $3,400. They pay a total of $3,168.50. So listen, your customer, how much did they pay to get access to this? In the comments, tell me, how much did they pay? Absolutely nothing. So you just helped them save $1,700 and they paid nothing for it. They are flat out happy. They are excited. Guess what they're going to do? Tell other people. But let's talk about how you get paid. Your customer saved $1,700. You made $850. Let me say that again. Your customer saved $1,700. You made $850. So when they share this with their friend and their friend books it, you made another $850. They send it to another friend, their friend book it, you made another $850. Are you guys getting the point? Now, will they always save $1,700? No, they may decide to just go on a local trip, maybe a hotel, a staycation in their city. They may only save $100, but you made $50. They may only save $25 one day and you made $12.50. My point is that you're always going to earn 50% of what your customers save. So you want to put this in the hands of people that are traveling the world. You want to put this in the hands of a family that would love to travel more, but can't afford to do so. When you pay less, I guarantee you're going to travel more often. Now let's talk about this customer acquisition model. You have a travel savings bonus here of $3,000 to your left, but let's talk about how you earn that. If you're watching right now and you want to know how you can bring in an additional $3,000, just type 3,000 in the comments because I'm about to explain it to you now. So all of you know at least 10 customers. You know at least 10 people that would love to travel the world or have access to being able to never pay full price for travel again. So your customers are going to take at least one trip per year. And they're going to save on average of $600 a year. That's a total savings in your customer pipeline of over $6,000. So if your customers save collectively $6,000, then remember the concept, $3,000 of it comes back to you because you get half of it. So let's say you're a little more moderate. You're like 10 customers, I can do that easy. I'm gonna tell my 10 customers to refer 10 customers. Now I have 100 customers. Now your customers are still saving $600 a year. But look at that total savings. It's now $60,000. You get half of that. That's $30,000 coming back to you. Let's look at this aggressive model. Now you have 1,000 customers. What if it took you 3 years to get to 1,000 customers, all saving $600 annually? That's a total savings of over $600,000. That's a total savings bonus back to you in the amount of $300,000. What if you only got half of this right? Let's say you messed up and gave your boomerangs to half the wrong people. Half of them just not going to go anywhere. That's still $150,000. And this is just based off of them traveling once a year. If you gave that boomerang to somebody like me that travels 10, 12, 15 times a year, I can't keep up, then just imagine how much money. There's no way you can put a value on this. You give out one code and they're able to book with it for life. Now let's talk about the team builder model. What I love about our boomerang is that you can make a great income simply from focusing on a customer base. But what happens is a lot of those customers decide they want to be business partners. And then you slowly just start building a team. So let's say you have a team of 50 and all 50 of those team members send out 10 boomerangs. You now have 500 customers, saving $600 annually. But look at you. You just earned $58 a day, $1,726 a month, and you made an additional $20,000, right? I tell my people all the time, you know, savings is the new earnings, you guys. There's no need to get that second, third job. Focus on saving money, and that's how you're going to earn money. And by helping others do the same, you can bring an additional $20,000 in your household. All right, so here is a more moderate example. You have a team size of 250. Now you have 2,500 customers because all of your team members send out only 10 boomerangs. Customers are still saving $600 annually. Now you're a six-figure earner. You have $103,000 there. That's $288 a day, over $8,000 a month. Now your team has grown to 1,000. Now you have 10,000 customers. Again, what if it took you 3 to 5 years to do that? Time is going to go by whether you choose to make a decision or not. 3-5 years are going to go by. And I guarantee you there's some people on this line now that your past 3-5 years have been the same. So if you're ready to do something different, guess what? You got to try something different. So if you have 10,000 customers all traveling this world, which is something they're going to do anyway, you're now at 414,000. But I'm going to ask you that question again. What if you just get half of it right? What if you just get a 50%? You get half of this right. You're still over $200,000. So let's talk about how you get started. And then I want to share some of our verticals with you. Now, everyone comes in at standby. Standby is $49.95. Look at this as like your toolkit. This is going to give you all the tools that you need to succeed in your business. You're going to get 1 boomerang customer site. You're going to get 5 boomerangs to send out. You're going to earn 25% referral commission. So let's say you have that amazing group trip that you want to put together. You can refer it to our travel agency. They will do all the work for you, and you will earn 25% of that commission. You're also going to get an eye-to-side interactive presentation. So if you're someone like me, you're an introvert, you're scared to talk to people, maybe a little nervous. When you're new, you want to be able to use your tools so that you don't talk too much. So you have an interactive presentation that you can send out, especially if you're super busy, where you're able to expose the business, build a team or a huge customer base while you're still working your job or other business that you may have on the side. You also have your TSA online management system. It's paperless. Everything that you need is in your back office. All your reporting, how you get paid, all the training, everything is in the back office. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, you guys, my screen keeps getting stuck here. All righty, so once you add standby to your cart, you have to choose one of the 3 packages. So I'm gonna slow down a little bit because I wanna make sure I explain in great detail the difference between each package. Now the packages range from $250 up to $1,000, plus your standby kit, which is the $49.95. Now you have to choose to fly coach, business, or first class with our boomerang. Now, the difference between the 3 is basically your earning potential. So in coach class, you personally have access to hotels, flights, and rental cars. So if you want to book your next vacation, you're only going to be able to book those travel products, hotels, flights, or rental cars. You get 10 boomerangs. What are boomerangs? They're 6-digit codes. You get 10 codes to send out to your friends and family. Now, if you pay close attention, you'll see that coach says 50%, but the other 2 packages say 100%. At this level here, you're only earning half of the travel savings bonus. So let's say that your customer saved $1,000. You would expect to earn, $500 based on how our program works, but not at coach class. You're only earning half of that. So instead of earning $500, you would earn $250. Now, let me explain something. The amounts that you see at the bottom, like for coach, this is a $250 one-time investment. Business class, $500 one-time investment. First class, one-time investment of $1,000. So the only question mainly at coach is, are you willing to sacrifice losing half of your income for life to save on a one-time investment? You only get paid also on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. So if your customer books any travel products outside of those 3 travel products, then you will not get paid on it. If you choose to build a team, you will get a 10% override on the travel savings bonuses that your organization is earning. And you have luxury experiences that we do throughout the year. You will find out when General Release finds out. So that's a one-time $250. Business class, you get everything is in coach, but now you pick up cruises. You get 25 boomerangs. And remember I showed you guys earlier that your customers on average save $600 a year, and that's $300 coming back to you. So you can kind of just do the numbers yourself to get an idea of the income potential in each one of these packages. On the low end at coach, you're looking at about $3,000 coming back to you with those 10 boomerangs. At business class, you're looking at $7,500 coming back to you because you have 25 boomerangs. Now, you'll notice that now you're earning 100%. So in the example I gave you earlier, if your customer saved $1,000, then you earn $500. But again, you're only earning on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. You get a 12% override on your dual team, and you get a 1-week notice when we plan events. If you've ever been to a boomerang event, if you know who Holton Buggs is, a CEO of our company, you will understand how valuable that is in itself, because the events sell out within hours. This is a one-time $500 investment for this package. Now, first class. First class is a one-time $1,000, but if you notice that for your personal travel, you get access to everything. The weekly stays, you guys, the timeshare piece that I shared with you early, marketplace, lifestyle, that includes the wine clubs, the luxury homes. You get everything for your personal travel. You get 50 boomerangs, which is about $15,000 of income potential there, and you get 100% payout on everything. Why is that important? Because your customers have access to everything. So if you are sending out your boomerangs, I don't want you stressing out whether or not your customer books something that you don't get paid on. So if your customer books, let's say a weekly stay, and they saved $1,500, how much would you earn if you were at coach class or business class? If you were paying attention, how much would you earn? Absolutely nothing. Now, again, you're giving your customer access to this site. They can book anything. At coach, you're only making, coach and business class, you're only earning on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. On first class, you earn on everything. So when your customers book, I want you to sleep good at night knowing that no matter which travel product they choose, you're going to get paid. Your dual team earns 15%, and you get a 2 weeks notice on luxury experiences. And again, that's a one-time investment of $1,000. Regardless of the investment that you choose, you guys, it's the same amount of work, and it's 100% tax write-off. Your monthly overhead in this business is $99.95, right? $99.95 is absolutely it, you guys. When I got started in this industry 6 years ago, I started off paying, I think, like $79.95 per month. I couldn't believe how I became a 6-figure earner off such a low investment. That's why I absolutely love this industry. It's a low investment. If you do what's required, you will get a high return. So I gave you guys an overview of how the packages work and what you get. It's up to you to decide what works for you. I highly recommend first class because you'll maximize the compensation plan, but you know what your bank account looks like right now. So decide what works for you. If you need to upgrade, you have 60 days to do so and only pay the difference. Once you pass that 60 days, you will pay full price for that package. All right, so let's talk about what you get with the $99. And we're gonna run on through this. So the $99, number one, we shouldn't even need this slide, but I'm going to share it with you guys because some of you may be listening and you maybe never been involved in the industry, or maybe you've never owned a business, but I'm going to explain to you what you're getting for $99. So it's broken up into 3 components. Number one is the crib. You're paying $33 a month to have a virtual assistant. You're paying for someone else, the company, to grow your residual check. Now, what are one of the number one things that people complain about in network marketing? What is one of the number one thing? They're terrified of sales. They don't want to sell. They don't want to talk to people. They're so terrified of growing the sales piece of it. So Holton Buggs, the CEO of this company, you guys, he is a multimillionaire. The past 10 years, he's been earning $1.3 million a month. He has created the environment for over 45 other individuals to become millionaires. I don't know anyone else who has done that. I know several millionaires, but I didn't know any other millionaires that helped create other millionaires. So this man knows exactly what he's doing. It's someone that you definitely want to lock arms with. But he said, I know you don't like sales, so why am I going to waste my time trying to teach you how to become a salesman? All I need you to do is go out there and give out free wholesale travel sites so we can build up our database, build up our customer base. And this virtual assistant is going to pay attention to the buying habits of your customer and sell them other products and services. Who does that sound like? Amazon, right? So we have an Uber-like technology that we're giving away for free, but with an Amazon philosophy. Amazon started off with what? Books. They started off with books because the best way to learn about a person is just see what they're reading. What are they reading? You can learn a lot about a person. When you think about Amazon now, the last thing comes to my mind is books because they sell so many other things. That's what we have here. We have travel to learn about our customers, to learn the behavior about our customers. What are they like? Where are they going? But we're selling them other things behind the scenes. So for $33 a month, you guys, you cannot buy an assistant for $33 a month. So I'm excited about it. I would have paid hundreds of dollars for that by itself, but you're only paying $33 a month to have access to a virtual assistant. You also pay another $33 a month in order to have unlimited customers that pay nothing. Well, other network marketing company or any company where your customers pay nothing monthly. So your customers will be your customers for life because you're giving them access to something that people are paying thousands of dollars for. They're getting access to wholesale travel for free. So you're paying $33 a month so you can keep your customers long-term. The last $33 a month that you're paying here is to have access to wholesale travel yourself. So you're getting up to 75% off all of your future travel. And that's only $1 a day. So that's where your $99 is going, you guys. With this Crib, you have all your training. All your upgrades, the events. Everything is taken care of just for $99 per month. All right, so let's keep it moving. Now, let's talk about the first vertical. I talked about that in the previous slide because I want to make sure that you guys understand that we're not a travel company, we're a technology company. So I want you to think about a sun. Imagine the sun being the Crib, and the rays is going to be the different residual income. Just picture a sun and then the different lines coming out of it is the residual income. So what our company is doing is, as our customer base is growing, they're bringing new verticals into the company that the Crib is going to sell to your customers. The first one is Vibe Rides. We have purchased our own rideshare company. We launched back in December in Florida in 4 major cities: Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. What makes us different with Vibe Rides? The difference is the experience, for starters, but this is the first time ever that you can earn residual income off of the rideshare industry. Now, the rideshare industry, man, Uber and Lyft, you guys, this is a $50 billion industry. They do over 3 million rides per day in this industry alone. And that's just with the 2 giants that are out there right now. We're not trying to become Uber. We're not trying to become Lyft. There's enough room for us all, but this is residual income. Let me share a little story with you. A couple of years ago, I was really researching Uber, not to be a driver. I was just trying to figure out if there was a way for me to build a fleet of drivers, and then I just earn a piece of their check. I've been praying for this to happen, and it happened. So that's what Vibe Rides does. So let's talk about how you get paid within this. So you can earn when you drive. So you can become a Vibe Ride driver, and you can earn when you drive. You can earn when others drive. So if you don't want to drive, you can just build a fleet of drivers. For example, I have registered drivers in Florida. So every time they get paid, I get paid. Now, how is that different from the competition that's out there? They only pay a one-time referral. Prime example, Uber. If you were to refer a driver to them, they have to complete so many rides within a certain time frame for you to get that little tiny bonus. But think about some drivers that you know that have been driving for Uber for years. For example, my father. My father was one of the first ones that signed up with Uber, right? So he's been driving for countless years with them. So just imagine how much money he has made as a full-time driver, and that person that referred him only got a one-time bonus. If we were to take those same rides and bring it into this buy ride fold, whoever would have referred him would at least be earning six, seven figures by now after all the rides that my father has done. So you can earn when others drive. And this is for life. Every time they get paid, you get paid. You can earn when your customers ride. Now, this was brilliant. So you can also share this app with customers. And when they call a buy ride, you're going to earn a percentage of that every single time. So earn when you drive, earn when others drive, or earn when your customers ride. And that is absolutely it, you guys. We have more verticals that are coming. Just know that you're paying for this virtual assistant that is paying attention to the buying habits and the things that your customers are researching online. All you have to do is go out there and build a huge customer base, build a team if you choose to, if you want to collapse time. And let me come off of this really quick so I can see you guys can see me. Okay, and let me take this off. This little background about to drive me insane. Okay, there we go. All righty, you guys. That is the end of the presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the first time I've done it without the webinar platform. I don't think I like it at all because people are able to just jump on here like Mr. Bismarck here. Hey, Mr. Bismarck, keep your camera off for me. But I'll probably go back to the webinar version. But thank you guys for tuning in. If we have any questions, place them in the chat box. Do I have any questions there? I don't see any questions, and I'm not going to check on Facebook either. But yes, don't miss this, you guys. I didn't get a phone call from Uber. I didn't get a phone call from Amazon and all these other amazing companies out here. This technology isn't even a year old yet, right? The Crib, you guys, think about Alexa, think about Siri and how huge that is right now. The Crib is going to be a household name in this industry. So many companies are already implementing or trying to implement this technology and they can't. The good thing about this is we enhanced something that was already out there. Wholesale travel is already out there, just most companies were greedy about it. They were charging customers for it monthly, and they had less than 1,000 customers. We gave it to them for free, and now we have over 400,000 customers, and we are the only ones where you can earn on savings, right? So if you are familiar with the travel industry, you know how powerful that is. We normally try to mark up the price to make money. Now I'm like, no, I want you to pay rock bottom price. I want you to save as much as you can, because that's more money coming into my household. So if you're watching, maybe you need additional tax write-offs, maybe you want to travel for less, or maybe it's money, or maybe it's all three. No matter what, there's something here for you. And as more verticals are coming, your check just growing more and more. For those of you that are in the business already, I will see you guys in Houston in less than 2 weeks, because we'll be launching Buy Rides in Houston next, and so much more is coming. And they'll be announcing other states as well. So have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, first class is the way to go, Miss Alma. All right. Bye-bye, you guys.